All right. Today's Saturday afternoon for us, live in the Boneyard Band. We're going a little bit early, but you know how it is. Very special guest from the other side of the world. Please introduce yourselves. Let us know the band, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Hi, I am Alex from Tall Wall. Thank you to have us on your show. We are really grateful and honored. And we are from France, from Marseille, the south. And we are an alternative rock band. We are two of us in the band. And that's it.
So, yeah, one of the main things was how do you pronounce the band name properly? I always have a problem with this, right? So,
It's Tall Wall.
solo.
Tall Wall.
Oh, so wall.
No,
No, see,
Tall Wall.
I'll get Hollywood the the girl that or the woman that runs everything behind the scenes, man. She'll be on me now. She'll be next time. This is how you say it. So, where does the name come from then? Like, what's the origin of the name of the music you guys make?
Yeah, Tall Wall is from it's a legendary sword first of all, and it was taken from a video game from the 80s that I used to play when I was something like 10. And I loved so much this game, and I loved this sword. I was uh, so proud to have this sword on this game, and I thought it was a good name for a band. I thought that nobody would think about this name, so here we go.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
That's
And
a
then,
bit epic and also.
oh, that's sick. That's cool, man. I'm always curious, like once I see the bands and hear the music, then I delve in a little deeper, the artwork, and then I always love to hear how the name comes out too. It's always an amazing fucking story. So we might as well indulge into the artwork. You guys actually have a guy on this side of the world that does it.
Yes, he's from Mexico.
Mm.
He's fantastic. His name is Andres Sabino, and I found him on Instagram. And when I saw his work, I thought it was really special, and it really suited our style, musically speaking. And so I sent him a message. I told him, can you do artwork for the release of our EP? And he said yes. And it was he's a great guy. Andres is a great guy, and we really worked together. It was great. It lasted something like 15 days for one picture, and it was really it's great. Really, we are not jealous. So if anyone wants to make him work, we are
Yeah.
glad to have him known everywhere. So yeah, yeah.
That's kind of like the guy that's not the video we ran in the beginning, because the original videos he sent me, I'm getting hit for copyright. So I just sent him my music, just use my music. So the new videos that are coming, he's all the way out of Ireland, but he did a fantastic job on the videos, fantastic. So he's actually on the show in the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, great, great.
So you guys just had the CD and everything come out just recently, man. How's that going on your end?
Sorry, how?
Oh, with the music, with the release of your CD and stuff.
Yes.
That's
So
going very
we
well.
yes, yes, that's quite good. Let's say we try to promote it on platforms
Hmm.
like Google, and well, we are quite well surprised that people like our songs. Actually, there is a nice community on Facebook with many artists, and we share playlists, and I think that people were liked what we did. So yeah, it's good. It's good. We were happily surprised. Let's say
Yeah.
that.
No, that's like I know you guys don't haven't you're not touring or anything at the moment. You're kind of concentrating on some stuff, but when the opportunity arises, where are you looking to go?
Well, we are looking to go around Marseille. You know, we thanks to this community, we found other bands, others than the ones we already knew
Hmm.
actually. So it's quite a dynamic community, and it's well, for the shootouts. It's just a soul, patient 404,
Oh,
404, and Soleil Noir.
oh,
And the Loving Death.
that's
Just to
fantastic,
mention them.
man.
So we have already in mind to do shows together, and that's fantastic. That's
Oh,
fantastic. But for the moment, we need to prepare with my mates. We are just the two of us actually, and we have to prepare the show, prepare I don't know to say this, the
mm.
sequences, maybe the bass and other arrangements, because for the moment I sing, I play the guitar on stage, and my band mate, is playing drums, and is also doing the backing vocals, and is a really clever guy. So he knows how to launch things, the sequences, the arrangements while playing, and well, actually, it's his job. Is his name is Jonathan Tonucci, and he's a professional musician actually, and so he knows how all these things work for his others projects actually.
that, that's sick, man. Like, so, like with the stage show, as you said, preparing and stuff. What? How do you guys go about that? Like, do you set up almost like a mock-up of the show, or is it mainly just rehearsal, and then when you get on the stage, it's like kind of improvised, but kind of rehearsed in that sense?
No, no, it's not improvised, because we're playing with ear monitorings,
Hmm.
and the click, and the sequences. So we need really to be like on rails, and it needs. I never played like this before. We used to have, let's say, traditional bands with the bassist and other musicians,
So
and
it's a whole new experience for you in that sense.
yeah, yeah, it's a whole new experience for me, not for my bandmates,
Mm.
but for me it's another work. It's we have to go back from the beginning actually,
Oh,
because the sensations are not the same at all.
yeah.
We are
So everything to you is new. You know, you get on the tour, you're like, boom, this is all amazing. Everyone's done it for like 10, 15 years. They're like, but you're having the time of your life, you know.
yeah, yeah, it's hard.
So,
Yeah, but we are really
oh,
looking forward to do this because it's the next step.
mm,
During the pandemics, we had that period of um, create that creative period, preparing the 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 recording of the different things, and
Remastering,
mixing,
tweaking everything, right?
mastering. Yes, it took quite a long time because we wanted to do something clean and nice, and we had to come back on things because we didn't like it when it was recorded actually. So we had to work back on it, and we met a very good mixer in near Marseille. His name is Ilyes Yamgi, and we made a I think we made great work with him, and he sort of sometimes he oriented us to be more, let's say, more nicer.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I haven't spoken English for years,
I was
so
gonna say,
back in the day
I
I was.
apologize. I should know French because I am Canadian, but no, not at all. But
Yes, I saw that. I saw that in your.
I can I pick up on it pretty good because a lot of the bands that when I first started this show and still to this day keep in touch with are all out of like Montreal and Quebec. So you'd think I would know a little bit more French to speak it. I understand it well, but I can't speak it. I can barely speak English.
Yeah, it's good for me. It's good for me
Yeah,
to speak English a
but
bit.
I understand it's a different French. It's more of a slang French here on the Canadian side compared to, say, France or, say, Paris and stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I really don't know. I know the accent. The accent is really different.
Yeah.
My accent is really different from the one from Paris. Actually, it's totally different. It's more Latin, more we are near the Mediterranean Sea, and in the south of France, the accent is totally different from the north.
Even just that little bit of a difference, it's a different,
Yeah,
you know. It's like the U.S. Like I've traveled through it a lot. Everywhere you go, different accent, different way of saying shit. It's, but yet they're right there beside each other, you know.
yeah. I don't know if you can hear it
Mm.
in my accent. Sure
So
you can hear it.
while we're just chilling, man, let's give a shout out to the rest of the band. Who's on drums and bass and stuff, man.
The rest of the band.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Shout out to the rest of the band. You guys are awesome too, man.
Easy. Yeah, we are more numerous at the moment, but it's the story of bands.
Yeah.
Come and go, and actually we are. Well, I am 44, and my bandmate is younger, but we think that it's easier for
I'm at
young
that
people.
age. I'm 42 now, right? And
Yeah,
this to jam and play with some of these younger bands and kind of get connection. It's like you almost have this wisdom to bring, but you don't know if they'll even accept it because they're at that age where they're like, "Fuck everything."
yeah. Well, I've got no problem with that because Jonathan, as I told you, is a really a professional musician. He knows far much more than me, so there's no problem with that. And we took and we decided to just stay the two of us. We are trying to stay the two of us because of this, because it's really hard to have everybody at the same time ready to rehearse and for show. So
Well,
now it's more manageable.
that's kind of a question I asked. Kind of one of my only real questions is like, how do you manage your time? Because I know doing the show, it's only me in Hollywood and at least one member of the band organized. Now with
Yeah.
the band, you get four or five, sometimes bigger bands, seven people. It's like,
Yeah.
how do you juggle that work and actually playing music? Because you're not signed that $1 million contract where they pay for everything and shit.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's I have the chance to be to work for me as an independent.
mm.
I don't know how to say this in English. I'm a stone cutter, a stone mason. I don't know. Stonemason maybe. I work stone actually,
Yeah.
and I work for myself. I've got no boss, nobody. I work alone, so I can manage my time as I want, and uh,
Find
we
about the same point in my life where my job allows me the time to do shit like this, or say you invited me over to go on tour with you just to hang out, film all the behind the scenes stuff, cover the whole deal for you media wise, right? And they would give me the time off and I'd have a job because I'm so good at what I do in that sense, right? Like, so
oh yeah, okay, yeah. So we I managed to have some time for music for on it's on Tuesday night and because it's quite difficult because my wife is working during the evening, so I take care of my daughter in the evening. But on Tuesday it's off because she's at the gymnastic with my
it's like
daughter.
Taco
It's like
Tuesdays, but it's jam night. I'm with the band. My
yeah,
phone goes in a box at the door. This is us right now, right here, right?
yeah, it's good. And I enjoy that. I'm quite lucky to be able to do this now. I
Just
can't imagine. I can't imagine stop playing music. It would be so. I don't know. I've always done that since I was 15 something, and it's really part of my life. I couldn't imagine not being a musician anymore actually.
see,
And
we always like as this side of the world, we look at you guys as like the art, the music. You guys are always fancy, smoky cigarettes and eating the good bread. But when it comes to your music, how much of your background and say culture from all the history that you guys have over there comes into your music, or is it more of a deep down just personal experiences that you guys have shared, or
um, I think it's both. It's both. It's the way we create. You mean is the origin of our creation? You mean? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, it's both. It's it's things we lived. Um, and with my bandmate, we've been playing together for let's say 6 years, and so we know each other. And but when when we are creating, we are trying to to try to find something deep in us to present something special, to try to present something special. When we are creating, we are starting with something like a riff, a guitar riff, and then we are trying to make a song out of that. But my my background as a stone cutter, stonemason, I don't know,
Mhm.
is is really present in the way I create music because stone cutting is art of music in a way because it's you have to be in harmony with the stone you are working with. You have to be
It's,
it's something
it's that
it's something
energy,
really
or say
yeah
that vibration that comes off that note, or that tone that someone hits, and it's like, and you just go.
yeah yeah, that's right. When I'm working stone, I'm like hypnotized, so time doesn't exist anymore. It's like when you create music or play music, it's a powerful feeling to work stone because you are hitting something really hard and you try to make something out of it. And for me, the process of creating a song is like this. If there is not this vibration, for me, it means that I'm not really working hard enough, you know. So I think that my work as a stonemason is really present in the process of creation and also the tradition between behind the stone cutting, which is huge, and it's like old traditions, and it inspires me a lot when I write lyrics or try to find a proper
Well,
uh,
yeah, it's that
melody
a
for it.
combination. Like you take the history and the culture around you, and then with your personal experiences morphs and like symbiotic relations together, right? Like, and becomes
Yeah,
the music
absolutely.
that you guys put out. So
Yeah.
as
So
a band, how, how do I say, when it comes to communicating the music that everybody brings, then is there ever a conflict where you're like, that's not playing that riff, that's just, or is it pretty much positive all around?
if sorry, I didn't get it. Uh, um, is it positive? How? Sorry.
Yeah, because I've come to the few people I've worked with and stuff over the years and stuff, right? Give them a riff and they're like, that riff sucks. Why would you bring that here? You know what I mean? Like, is there ever that moment, where you're like, gotta look at your buddy or your brother in the face and
Okay,
tell
I
him,
get it. Yeah, yeah, it happened to me. It happened to us once with the song Everest. Everest is a really a strange song, and until the end, we didn't know if people would like it or not. And when I when I wrote the song, I presented it to my bandmate, and I know with him how far I can go, and I know the limits, And when I presented it to him, and looked at me, and he did like this,
yeah.
and I told him, no, don't worry, we need to work it out. We need to work it, and I'm sure we can do something out of it. And
Yeah.
yeah, I felt it, just felt it, and we did something, and it's the song that people. I think that some people hate it, but they don't tell us.
Hmm.
And on the other side, some people love it and they tell us, and they really tell us about this song. So I think it's great because it means that we really managed to do something that was special for us, and the tragedy in that is that we
Kind of
don't always
pushed
manage it.
you to that next level where
Yeah,
you worked with what you had in that sense. We'll make
yeah,
it work in that sense, and you all come together in the end, regardless of your feelings in the beginning,
yeah,
right?
and and the point is, uh, when you when we reach that, we don't know. We are totally in uh, we don't know if how people will accept it
React.
or not. We react, yeah, because uh, it's it's we are out of comfort, you know. When we write a rock song with some recipe, we know that normally it will work. But with this sort of song, uh, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of money at the end because of the mixing and all. And we until the end we don't know if it will work or not. And
Yeah.
for me, it's that we are on the true path, even though at the end it may not work actually.
Like
But
my
we present it, you
first
know.
single, I wrote it like 20 years ago. Recorded it finally 4 or 5 years ago. And then my buddy from Ireland that I got in touch about doing the artwork and intros to the videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He took it and put it on the video. So it's a little teaser of what's to come. But to release it, it's been that, will people like it? Probably not. But in the end of it all, that song's for me when I originally wrote it and composed it and did all that. So do you kind of have that same aspect where you got to drown out the hate, but does it just become to a point where I love this song? The song's so good for me. I don't care what they think. I'm playing it. you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think well, I think it's when I spend time on the riff and on the song, it's because it's like a picture of me, and
hmm
well,
it's
I
a
made
piece
a
of you in that
picture of
sense,
us,
right? Like
and
it's literally a
yeah,
piece of your emotions or your feelings or your energy that comes out in the music, regardless. So,
yeah. So I think that it's apart from the fact it's music, it's I think it's a part of uh, artist artist activity that is a picture of who we are at that moment. And if I spend time on it, it's because I think it's honest and
what I
for
heard, the music comes off very honest, and that's
yeah.
usually what catches. We just had a band on. I'm gonna butcher their name. Oh, it started with the G. They're out of Michigan, native band. I don't want to say the name because I'm gonna butcher it. But you can really feel their passion, their culture, their situation comes through very honest through their music,
Yeah.
and it punches through that white noise for you. Like
Mm. Yeah, I think it's the most important when we want to present something different and something true, special. We don't want to really stick on a genre, you know, um,
hmm
and we don't want to play like others, like other bands, you know,
no, you always got
bands
to
that
respect other bands, whether you like their music or not.
yeah,
They're
of
still
course.
doing the same thing you're doing, just in a different style in that sense. It's still just as good. Everybody hears music different, right?
Yes, of course. And what I mean is that we all have our musical origins that made us, but it's um, I don't find my words. I like to discover. It's you know I
Mm.
like to discover new areas, and I come with my background in the dark, and we're exploring, we're exploring, and we are bringing back to the to our audience what we found in this new area thing. What I think is new areas where we try to, you know, it's like digging deep
Yeah,
go
you
deep
can't be everywhere at once in that sense. You kind of gotta eventually add up all the data and be like, okay, we're doing awesome in these two parts. Let's concentrate over here now, and that's right. Like,
yeah, yeah. And it's really for me it's the most interesting part of it, you know.
so,
And
not to interrupt, sorry, man, but one question I kind of always ask: the music scene there. Oh, how is it? Like, is there shows going on all the time, or is it like once a month there's finally a show you can go see with local music?
locally in Marseille, you mean? Yeah. There are quite a lot of shows. For example, my bandmate plays once, twice a week, um, especially for private shows. But we have bars, pubs. We have small venues,
So
venues.
it's good. That's awesome to hear, man, because there's so many places that are just they used to be good, and then when the apocalypse happened there, a lot of shit shut down and ended. Like I've still got to say over here, it's Montreal is crushing it, man. Toronto's right there behind, and then there's a few places in the U.S. that are actually bringing out their music scene again in that sense. But it's
Yeah.
so good to hear. Like you just, there was so much I could tell. You had so much to say about that question. Like that's so good to hear, though, man.
Yeah. We I thought that it was not that good, but when I listen to what happens elsewhere, I think we are quite lucky, and we have the opportunity to play in different venues in around Marseille. Yeah, and we will.
I was gonna say I'm looking at being in Paris this year for Jim Morris's 80th fucking birthday. Go and do the memorial and stuff, man. And if you're not too far away, we should fucking go do it,
Yes,
hold some candles, have some drinks, eat some bread, baby.
that's a good idea.
I love traveling, man. That's what I love the most about this show is the friends I meet, and the music community is so amazing, man. Now, like I can go to Ireland and stay with my buddy Ren and them, Ren and the Berserkers, right? Anywhere in Quebec I can go, I know people now, like Ontario, BC, all through the US, UK, Germany, like
Yeah.
that I don't even care about the money. Just being able to come and have like party with you guys. I'll pay my own way, but I don't care, man. I'm coming though.
Yeah, come in Marseille. We have nice settings,
Mm.
good food, good pizzas. We are
Oh,
doing the best pizzas of the world.
if you ever come to Canada or say the U.S., man, let us know here. We'll come because you came even further. So the least I can do is fly down and support you while you're here, right? But
Really.
so do you guys have merch? Gotta ask.
Not
T-shirts?
yet.
Do you sell stickers, CDs?
Not yet. Not yet. Uh,
Where do we
I
find
would
that?
like. I would like to, but it takes time, and maybe in the months to come, we will do that. We need two or three more tracks to record and mix and master
Yeah.
before we can do vinyl, vinyl albums.
Oh, the vinyl?
Well, yeah, vinyl.
I
Yeah,
just
I
got,
dream to
I've
have
got a
that.
stack of vinyl, but I just finally got a record player. So, like, I've got this next day or two maybe off because of the weather,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna be blasted. If I have time off, man, it's gonna be me and the record player and my onesie dancing around, baby.
Yeah, mine is broken for the moment. But next week I bring my an amp to the tech, and I
Yeah.
will give him the vinyl station. I don't know the thing. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to have this album done on a proper vinyl with Andrea Sabino artwork in big like this. That would be awesome.
Oh man, I love the merch though. Like I can't preach enough when it comes to the bands, especially this day and age. Spotify, all these other links don't really pay the band to show your support. Buy the merch, buy their T-shirts, buy their shot glasses, their vinyl.
Yeah, that's
Highly
true.
recommend vinyl because you get the full artwork. When you open it up, there's a whole like there's all this information.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And
But
yeah, it's great. It's great for the indies to merch. I bought recently. I bought Death Pigeon. Death Pigeon, great band from Wales in the UK. And yeah, it's just great to receive the CD. You open it. There was with it. There was a just a minute. There
mm,
was
all
I
right,
don't know
he's about to
how
show us. Yeah.
there was this with the CD.
That's so
GD
cool,
from
man.
Death Rules. GD from Death Pigeon Rules.
Well, I
It's
know
super
Hollywood
cool.
after the show, we've been making a list, and now that I work seasonal work, so now that it's springtime, we're back to work. So
Yeah.
we have a list of all this merch we have to buy, man. And you guys are on the list for sure, man. So we'll be getting one of those.
We're going to prepare shirts, mugs with towel and
Oh, that'd be
big
cool, man.
sword on it. And, yeah.
What? Oh, that'd be fantastic. Let us know when it happens. We'll share it up. You know,
And
people.
there is something there is something yeah something really special is I don't know if you heard that there is a video game called Death of Insanity
Yeah.
made by Sloppy Joe Studio, and these guys made a video game released yesterday with a bunch of indie bands in it, something like 40 bands, indie bands from the community on Facebook, and we are part of these bands, and it's just great. So it's like a photograph of the community at the moment, and everyone is gathered in the video games. So that's just awesome, I think.
That's so cool, man. I'm a gamer in heart, man. I grew up on Nintendo when it first come out. My sister and I like fought over who was gonna be Mario or Luigi. You know what I mean? My cousins and them, they were a little better off. So earlier on, they had Atari.
Yeah.
So we'd go over there and we'd have like Pong and Tanker, all these like to have your
That's the
music
best.
presented on that. That's got to be cool, man. That's got to be pretty humbling, you know.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's really cool, and I try to download the game, but my computer is so old. The game is just it's slow. You know, I can't play with it. It's just so slow. So I need to find a new computer to play the
Yeah,
game.
send us after the show. I'll get you to send me all the links that takes you to all your stuff, and I'll update the title, and everyone can find all your music, your links, where to buy all your stuff, right in the title there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. I
Yeah,
love
I will
what I
check
do
your
here. It's just a way to give back. Like, you know, it's hard to explain. Yeah, we be a whole other show. Oh, but I appreciate you coming on tonight, man. I know you guys are a few hours ahead of us here, so
yes.
yeah, it's 12 to 12:30 here.
12:30. So and in Marseille it's 6:30, I think.
Oh, okay. So you're like 5 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Well, I appreciate you taking your time out of the Saturday afternoon to sit down with me here, man.
Oh, thanks to you.
Oh,
It's really
anytime, man.
a pleasure.
Play it loud, play it proud, man. No matter what it is, you know. But you guys came across the feed, and I'm a fan. I'm gonna follow. Soon we'll be buying some merch. And
Okay, please prepare the t-shirts.
yeah, 100%, man. And then once we get our new stock of merch, it's I sell merch, but I basically give it away to all the bands that come on the show, mail it out,
Okay,
send them stickers. So, but you know.
that's great. That's
But
great.
is there
Thank you.
any before we take off here for the night? Any big shout outs that you got to give out to people that have always been there for your band, the people that have always supported you and helped you along the way?
Yeah, in no special order. I have some names
Yeah,
of the bands that we met on that community. It's more than a community. It's like a town now. It's so no special order, and I forgot some obviously. Death Pigeon, Anger Overdose, Militia, Soleil Noir, Patient 404, Just Soul, Agbat, War Phoenix, Bone, Lennox, The Loving Dead, Dead is the New Black, Farewell Fortune, and many others.
I know Farewell Fortune there. I've been bugging them to come on the show. But the other bands, I'll get Hollywood to go. Or well, we do have a new intern, so maybe we'll get her to go through, write the names down, make sure we check them out too, man. Help support them as
Yeah,
well.
I will write a big shootout.
Oh, excellent, man. So yeah, email me the links where we can find all your stuff.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link to this specific show so you can share it on your stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you.
And then
Thank you very much.
I don't know. We're gonna have you on again. Obviously, it was so fun today, man.
Whenever you want.
All right, I'll bug you all the time then when you say that. No, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to explain and to show the people a little more in depth about your music and the process and everything, man.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for your support. Thank you.
Yeah, play it loud, play it proud, people. And today at 4 p.m., I'm not going to say the name, but we'll be live again because I'll butcher the name. So we posted about it earlier, man. I have their T-shirt. Actually, I just seen them live too in concert, and I'm like, I can't remember their name or nothing. But once again, man, let us pronounce the name properly for us.
Tall wall.
Nice, man. Nice. Thank you again. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys very soon then.
Yeah.
And play loud, play proud, and we'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.